Everyone, Mr. Hissner here, and I wanted to continue looking at some of these proofs. Now, what I wanted to do specifically is look at one that was parallel. So here we have these two segments are parallel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in my given information here quickly. So this is given, and then we have ST is congruent to VU, and again, that is given. And now, what I'm going to do here is mark that on the figure. So these two are congruent. And these two are parallel, right? So let me zoom in on my figure and see how we can kind of think through this proof. So let's have a discussion. Well, what do I know? I have parallel. Whenever I have parallel, what do I think of? What do I think of? I think of alternating interior angles. Alternating interior angles. So let's look. Let's see which one helps us. Well, how about I make this my transversal? And that means that these two angles will be alternating interior. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to make this angle 1. So yep, this is what I'm going to make. So these two angles are alternating interior. So we have angle S is congruent to angle V because these are alternating interior angles. Whenever I have parallel, again, that is what I'm looking for. That is what I'm thinking. And now, whenever we have two lines that intersect, let me just kind of get rid of this yellow. Whenever we have two lines that intersect, we have vertical angles that are created. So we have these two. We have these two lines that are intersecting here. And so that means that we have a vertical angle around the vertex. So that means that we have angle SWT is congruent to angle VWU. Because these are vertical angles. Vertical angles. Okay, so let's finish up this proof. So what do we have? Well, we have this given information, and then we found that angle S was congruent to angle V because these are alternating interior, right? And whenever we see parallel, we have to be thinking alternating interior angles. They're on the way, right? These are alternating interior angles, and so they're congruent. And then finally, we had a pair of vertical angles. And so we found that angle SWT was congruent to angle VWU. And now we have angle, side. So we have these two triangles are congruent because of angle, side congruency. So that's just a look into how. So we have angles congruency, right? Vertical angles make angles congruent. All parallel lines make angles congruent. There's really not much else. Maybe like if you could do like a substitution for a supplementary angle, like the supplement theorem, congruency theorem, congruent supplement theorem. But overall, that's going to be our go-to. So look, how can we find angles that are congruent? And this parallel is one way to do that.